Hello everyone, this is Pilpoh. Welcome back to Star Technology. Now, I've done quite a lot between episodes. I know we were going to do the auto smelter, or the big flipping smelter thing. Looks like the EBF, but a bit smaller. I know we were going to do that. I kind of plan on doing that this episode, but I do want to show you that I cracked a little bit, and I went off and made some applied energistics. So, this is just a classic applied energistics setup. Other than the fact that I've got two controllers, because I've moved it into the floor. I do intend on putting a facade on this this cable right here. But yeah. If we have a look at the back here, we've got the signalum wire, which is going into all of the things right here. I do intend on putting on top of this, either on top or at the back here. I've not decided yet if it's on the back or top. I'm thinking the back. That might look good. But I put a load of these pattern providers. Now, I did put in 2 pattern providers right here. And, or patterns, I should say, into the pattern providers. These are the extended versions as well. Meaning that they have 4 whole flipping areas for them, which is really good. So, we can put in 9 times 4, which is 36 different patterns. And, you could even... At that point, if you are still full up, or, you know, you've got too many patterns in here, just make another, whatever it is, and then make another pattern provider as well. That's how I see it. Anyway, over here, we've got the polarizer, we've got the centrifuge, we've got the fluid solidifier, we've got the assembler, we've got the alloy smelter, extractor, macerator, bender, lathe, wire mill, mixer, laser engraver, chemical reactor, forming press, extruder, and we got the autoclave, which is currently making us some certs quartz dust. Now, I only just went and got more fluix crystals, but what we can do is we can actually take some of these crystals, right, or yeah, certs quartz right there, stick them in the advanced polarizer, and that will get us some charged certus. Now, that is going into the return inventory of this. I have set all of these to auto export to the bottom. And in fact, what I could do is, if I take this out, I can show you some auto grafting. Now, what we can do is we can say polarizer, just like that. Stick that in like that. This right here is a pattern encoder. And I do, by the way, I have this up here, which has got some fluid in there. Oh, this is a point. Drum. I have no drums anymore. I have 0 drums because I put them all into the system. And the way that I did that is, say I had a little bit of, I don't know, what was this? This was liquid polyethylene. There we go. All you do is you right click and it puts it into the system, because I've got these fluid ME cells right there. And you can see some of these have got like, what's that? 111 buckets, and it's not even taken up that much bytes. It's not even 1/10 of what can be in there. So, yeah, 2 4K should do us for now. I made 2 because I was worried about the type limit. You can only have, what, 18 types? Or it might be 19, because 0 indexed. I can't remember if that's how types work in the fluid one. I kind of remember that's how that works with the 4K. Oh, not the 4K. The item is it's 0 to 63 types. But because it's 0 index, that actually means that it's 64 types. Because 0 is the first one, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Anyway, we pop that one in. Let's put in the certus quartz right there. If we middle click on this and we say craft, it will send a certus quartz into here. That then, because of the way that we've done this, it will output to the bottom, outputs back into the return inventory, which then goes into the system. And there we go. We've got an extra one right there. So middle click again. That's how we do this. Let's get 3 just to make it an even 8. And without even going over there to have a look, we can see, there you go. It's just gone up to 6. And then it will go up to 7 and then 8. There we go. This is all being powered, by the way, by some lapidary. So I've got a lapidary under there. I've got a lapidary there. And right here, I've got a fluix cell. Sorry, not a fluix cell, a flux cell with one of the MV upgrade kits. So it can actually output 16,000 FE. And these don't even make that much. They make 3,000 each. So, yeah, still really good. And this thing is just set to output to this, output to the controller, and output to this as well. So, this is being powered with the signalum wire at the back here. And what I can do is, well, what I'm planning on doing, I've actually got it actually. Pattern. Oh, they're in my inventory. There they are. I am going to put these at the back over here. There we go. So that is 5 on the bottom there, and then 5 at the back there. So that's 10 overall, meaning that I can't really, I can't really do one cable to go across. I am going to stick with the 8 channels, if I can. Yes, I am going to do the 8 channels. Now, what I've just... Oh, this is a good idea. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway, let's have a look in here. I've got some Fluix cables that I made earlier. Here's some I made earlier. I say that quite a lot in this series. But the way you make these is Fluix ME covered cables, which is just Fluix with some wool. I actually went and made some wool a minute ago. So, you know, my little patch I've got down here. Yeah, I used that. And I made some string and then, yeah, some wool. I've even got the diamond crook on me, see? But the plan is, instead of using that right there, we are going to swap it out for a dense. And then... Oh, yeah, this is actually going to work out quite nicely. Okay. Except for the fact that I'm using my pickaxe for that. Oh, the jet boots don't have any... Yeah, they don't mind if you're, like, you know, flying or not, which is pretty good when it comes to mine and stuff. I need one more of those, please. One more of the dense ones. I don't know if we technically need the dense right here, but... Basically, this means now, if we have a look right there, there's 10 channels coming in. If I'd have used a single cable, there would be 10 channels, but 8 are allowed on one of the small cables, these ones. So it wouldn't have... actually, I can show you. If we grab this one right here, and I... come on, let me land. Thank you. Stick that one there. You see it says 8 of 8. And then if we come over here, device is missing a channel. And then the one up the back here, device is missing a channel. So, yeah. I'm pretty glad about that. That means I can just do this and it will work. I can do the same on this side as well, actually. You're allowed 32 different channels coming off each face. So this is a face. This is a face. That's a face. One on top is a face. You can see this one is using, what, 4 channels because it's got the ME drive. It's got the pattern encoding terminal. It's got the ME crafting terminal. It's got the crafting storage and the coprocessor. Although the crafting storage and the coprocessor, you can see this one here. This one is not actually taking up a channel because it doesn't. The storage does, but the coprocessor doesn't. So yeah. Anyway, right. Let me... I really want to connect it up over here. I want to connect it up to our main system. Actually, we really need to connect it up to this somehow. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to make a ton of cables. That's why I made loads of Fluix. And I'm just going to make one massive cable that comes over here. And it probably comes up via this. Maybe on this side as well, just to make it symmetrical a little bit. And then it will connect up to the inventory connector. And what I'll do is I'll probably connect it up on the top. I mean, technically, what we could do is move the storage controller on top. And then put the... the storage bus on the bottom of this. That would look good, actually. The only problem is I need to reconnect everything from the storage controller. That's not too bad, though, is it? Anyway, right. I'm gonna go off and do that. So, be back in a sec. Right. I have now got this. So, there's a cable underneath. It doesn't go both sides. It just goes off to the one side there. But, if we fly along... Okay, yeah. These keep, like, stopping my flight. Very annoying, but it's fine. They come all the way along here and up into this right here. And I did move this up. and I put this on everything else. This is really good, by the way, the inventory connector. We could literally use this for like a bunch of stuff. It's awesome. So yeah, I should probably tidy this up, but we're not going to be over here for like ages. So let's hop back over to this place, and we have access to everything. Brilliant. Right. Another thing I did was I made an extended molecular assembler. Now, that's not really that useful right now because we've only got one coprocessor, but it will come in useful later. Basically, a molecular assembler is for all of the crafting recipes. So, or not crafting. Are they craft? Yeah, crafting recipes, right? So, for example, putting one log in like that, and then you get out. Actually, can I just do it? Crafting. There you go. Put one log in, and you get yourself oak planks. For example, that is a crafting recipe. I can pop that one in here. And if we take a look at this thing right here, if I go, make me, I don't know, 100, start. You can see, there you go. It's going to make me 100. And it just made me 100 out of that. Actually, it made me slightly more than 100 because if you do 100, oh, no, it does make exactly 100. Perfect. Depends, right? Now, I did just set up bronze ingots. Now, if we click here, you can see it's going to take 3 copper, 3 tin. If I hit start, that'll chuck it in over at the advanced alloy smelter. And that'll pop that one out. Now, what I did there was I clicked 1. But the lowest amount that you can make is 4. So that's why it made 4 right there. So there you go. So I've set up a few recipes. I've also put these here so we can get access. Not strictly necessary, but yeah, I can't be bothered to make the pattern access terminal right now. I will make that at some point though. But yeah, I've got Invar, I've got tin alloy, I've got bronze, brass, and copper nickel. I think there's probably more stuff that we might need to do, but we were just talking about the big alloy smelter, so I didn't want to do too much with this. The assembler, there is actually quite a lot we want to do with the assembler, but I might leave that one till last. It's kind of a pain, right? I would really, really like to use the, whatever it's called, this thing, circuit assembler, but we didn't actually have access to it over here. Now, the one thing we could do, technically, yeah, we've got a wire there, don't we? I'm trying to think if I could slot it in here, not have it connect to this wire, but then have it with its own, like, 1A thing. We should probably try and head towards the circuit assembler. So that's this one. Now, all of these circuit assemblers always require the one up from them. So this is the MV circuit assembler, right? But it requires the circuits that is one up, which is HV. So yeah, we kind of need a HV circuit, which if we have a look at this, I don't remember which one's the, I mean, we could bookmark each of these. Now, these ones over here are just any of them. So a lot of people tell me to use this for, well, it says right there, for use with AE2 autocrafting. Now, I was thinking, are people telling me to use these purely because, like, for example, to make the integrated one right here, you need good integrated circuits, which means that you have to make a different thing. Good integrated, by the way, is MV. These are MV right here. We've got, like, a bunch of the other MV ones, but they don't work when it comes to making the HV. So we need to figure some out for that one. Now, transistors, we don't actually have any right now, but one really good thing is I bet you we could program in polyethylene. Now, last episode, we did program this over here. That is a point. Maybe I should get the gas collector. No, not the gas collector. It's the centrifuge. And do something with that. I don't know. Anyway, for now, I am actually going to just start trying to put this together. So this one, we do like that. Now, looking at it, it doesn't tell you to put in the one, as it were. So this one here, It doesn't tell you to put that one in when you try it, which is good, because we don't want that, do we? So if I take that one, that goes in the chemical reactor. There's the centrifuge. Which one's my chemical reactor? Is it over here? Yeah, there it is. So underneath here, I could put that one in here. I will rearrange them afterwards, but for now, ethylene, we could do like that. That is literally the ones we want to make as well. And we are basically heading towards ethylene. If we wanted to specifically get the diluted sulfuric acid, we could swap those around, but it doesn't matter. This is a byproduct, and we don't really care about that byproduct right now. So I could put that one in. What was the next part of this? So ethanol is fine. We'll passively get that. Sulfuric acid, on the other hand, we want to do, I think it's this one right here. And to get sulfur trioxide, we need to do this one right here. And then to get sulfur dioxide, we need to do this one right here. Oxygen and, nope. Oxygen and some sulfur dust. Now, this is the annoying part where it needs to be on a different type of program. Now, because of that, this one can't go in the same one as the rest of them. So we might have to, like, get a second one of these, right? That does remind me, do all of these... This one doesn't matter. This one doesn't matter. This one doesn't matter. No, wait. Yeah, this one doesn't matter. It doesn't have, like, the program it needs to be on. And that one doesn't matter either, so that's good. Sulfur trioxide does matter because it needs program 2. Okie dokie. Good. Good stuff. So, if we have sulfur dioxide in our system already, which I don't think we do. Dioxide. No, we don't. We do have carbon monoxide, though. Is that what we were looking for? Wait a minute. Let me go through and have a look. So, ethylene, sulfuric acid, which is not this one. It is this one here. So, sulfur trioxide, sulfur dioxide, yeah. So, it's carbon monoxide that is right there. So, with this one, I'm going to either need to make a second one of these chemical reactors. It might actually be worth making a second one, to be fair. And if we're going to do that, let's try and automate. No, you know what? We're not going to automate anything for that one right now. What we're going to do is chemical reactor. Chemical reactor. We've almost got everything for that. That's pretty cool. Right there. Okay, I need to hover over this, and then we can do the bronze gear. That is literally everything right now. Oh my goodness. That is pretty cool. I've never heard those things before. And there we go. We've got another chemical reactor. That was actually pretty easy to make, thinking about it. So this one, I'm just going to set to 2. And what we'll do is out this one here, out the back there, I'm going to say output to the back. And we also need to do this. We need to allow fluid input from the output side and allow item output. We might as well do that. I've done that on all of these so far, and I've pointed them all the way down into their respective pattern providers. I hope this makes sense to people. It's kind of complicated, isn't it? But yeah, there we go. So we can make sulfur, what is it? Sulfur dioxide in that one. That will then get put back in the system because it will go back into the extended pattern provider. You can return fluids into this bit right here. So that will go into the fluid disk that we've got. And then let's say we want to do ethanol. It's not going to let us. Ethylene, sorry. Oh, it will let us because we've got sulfuric acid already. All right, let's say we want to make some sulfuric acid. It's not going to let us because we don't have water and we don't have any oxygen in the system right now. This is kind of why I was thinking, do we just set up... Well, we've got it over here. But we kind of need it to... Well, for one thing, I've taken the power supply away from this. So that's not an amazing thing to do. But we kind of need this to, like, feed into the system. Maybe into one of these, which is why I was kind of thinking, why don't we use this to, and we can, like, partition this. And we can get, like, a bunch of nitrogen and a bunch of oxygen in here. Meh, we're all good. Let's just pretend like we don't need to do that right now. So, liquid polyethylene. So let's try and make, I don't know, like 10 buckets worth of that. Now, the only thing we're missing, apparently, is a lot of oxygen. So, yeah, we do need to go set that oxygen up, which is fine. It being tucked behind here is a bit stupid in the first place, in my opinion. This one is full of nitrogen gas, and so is this one. So let's get aluminium drum. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that, and then we'll break it. This one right here, I'm also going to take this one. Technically, I'm thinking maybe we, instead of using these two, we could probably make the MV version. Centrifuge and the gas collector. Also, where do we put this? We could put it right here, to be fair. And then we can link it up underneath, maybe. Maybe in the middle. It's quite important, so maybe we just stick it right in the middle like this. I like that idea. We can dismantle this thing that we've got right here as well. Now, these have actually got oxygen in them, so we could take the oxygen. Drum. We could take the oxygen out of here for now. So let's grab that oxygen. We can grab that oxygen as well. We can grab... Oh, we don't really need the water. We could have the aqueous accumulator. What's a good way of doing this? We could have this feed into a barrel, and then we could have a storage... yeah. Have a storage bus on there. That would be ideal. I mean... I'm still a bit salty because we don't have fluid drawers, because they would make everything 100 times easier. But no, we don't have that right now. But that's fine. Let's put some of this stuff in our system because we can. Now, oxygen, we just right-click it in there. And that oxygen's gone. Nitrogen, do the same. That's gone in there as well. I should have another one in here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Nitrogen. Chuck that one in. So, nitrogen. We've got 60. And then oxygen. Nope. Oh my goodness, cannot type. Oxygen, we've got 10 right there. So, poly, we could do, I think, like 2 buckets worth. Pretty much right there. And that's pretty bang on as well. I got that. Like, I nailed it. There we go. So what this is going to do, and unfortunately, I didn't change the thing yet. I'm going to put this on blocking mode, which basically means... this isn't going to send any more stuff until this one's finished. This is pretty slow as well. What is it actually trying to do here? Wait a minute. Oh, of course. Yeah, it's trying to make the polyethylene. Fair enough. Liquid polyethylene. That one. There you go. Oh, no, just ethylene. Okay, so it's not even going to get to the liquid one yet because it needs the ethylene. Got ya. Right. Now, fingers crossed, our power can sort of deal with this. Because, wow, as you can see, we've only got, like, one 4A right there. We've also got 4A on this side, and they're all being powered by that one cube we've got down here. Redstone flux cell. I didn't mute these yet. Ah, there we go. Now it's actually put in some ethylene, and it's going to make us some oxygen. Got ya. Right, that's going to be quite slow. Whilst that's doing that, I'm going to set this thing up. So, and I might actually partition this cell. So, cell workbench. Oof. Bit heavy, that one, because, yeah. Anyway, pop that one in, and we could do nitrogen. And we could do oxygen. Nice one. That means the only things that can go in here are oxygen and nitrogen gas. So what I'll do is, that's actually got oxygen and nitrogen in it right now, which is fine because I think it's clever enough to put it in the right one. There's no like, what do you call it, priorities on these right here. If they're in the same drive, there's a priority on the drive, but not on the fluid cells. It just is clever and it will pick it up. So what I'll do is oxygen, pick it up and put it back in. That's literally all I'm going to do. And it didn't go in there. You're absolutely kidding me. Maybe we need to put these the other way around and then we'll try it again. Oh, poop. There we go. Now yeah, there we go. So it matters what, funny enough, what priority they are in here. Top left is better than top right. Interesting. Didn't know that. Let's learn something new every day, as it were. So let's, hydrogen. Is it hydrogen? No, it's nitrogen, sorry. Nitrogen. And we can use, let's use the aluminium one. Stick it back in. There we go. Cool. So this, when we get this running, this is not going to bother with any of these. Now, what I can do is actually, I might put these into the floor. We put them right here, to be fair, can't we? Do we want to put it in there? Yeah, we could do that. And we can put an import bus, which I don't think I've made any of those yet. Import bus. So that one is, we need some annihilation cores. I'm actually going to make 2, just that way we don't have a random annihilation core in our system. Just makes sense to do it that way, doesn't it? So we could do an import bus, and we can pop that one there like that. We do need to power this, which I did completely forget about. Maybe we put it... No, we will put it here. Maybe underneath. Does modular routers power these? I didn't actually think about that. We could technically use a modular router to power stuff. I don't know if it will convert it to EU though. The, you know, the Greg energy units. We got to figure out a place to put this. Also, I need my wrench. Create wrench should do the job. There you go. Pick that one back up. We could put it underneath. Yeah, we could put it underneath. And then I can use another lapidary and we can get this to send diamonds to that lapidary as well. Yep, makes sense to me. Let's put this one right underneath, like right here. And then we can put the gas collector there as well. And then all we need to do is 1A. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. I swear I have an LV 1A. Why do I not have any LVs? I swear. Oh, because we not... Well, we haven't ripped this one down yet. That'll be why. We will get rid of this one. There we go. Right. So I'm going to put... That goes on there. And you do need a wire cutter. I mean, I could pick it up and then place it against the wire, but nah, we'll do this instead. And this. And the annoying thing is, I think it places where you're looking like that. And yeah, I would rather it turn round, if you know what I mean. But to do that, we'll have to put a piece of cobblestone, for example, right there. There we go. Right. Sorry, this is kind of how the sausage is made. Lapidary. This is how I think of stuff. Now this one is relatively easy because there's one above it already. Now all we have to do is we need to take this distributor module that I've already got. And we're just going to... Oh, we have to flip in land as well, don't we? Alright, stick that there. The land. Modular routers doesn't like it if you're flying and pressing shift and space. So stay where you are. I'm pressing shift and space right now. It doesn't like that. It's just like, nah, not allowed. When you're trying to do the shift to bubbling one of these things. There we go. Right. This one can now go in here and it will start sending diamonds over to this. And there we go. That is going to be feeding this, which is going to be feeding these two. This one I can tell to output to this side. Don't really need to click that, but I just did anyway. And we need to tell it option 1, and that'll get us some air. This is then going to output to the top right there. And we're going to put one of these import buses. Import bus can take both fluid and items. So right now, that is going to be basic centrifugation. It does take 80 seconds, so it's quite bad. It's going to take a while for us to get a bunch of stuff from that. In the meantime, let's get our hammer. And we will mute both of those. And I'll probably mute all of these as well whilst I'm at it. Because I know it's something you guys don't like. And personally, after a while, I don't like it either. It does my head in after a little while. But there we go. Also, that was quite a lot we did, I think. Basic centrifuge is now going. That's going to be feeding into this. That's going to be feeding into here, I should say. So I want to see this. Okay, we've got 20 seconds. I'll be back when this is nearly 80. Here we go. Here we go. That is now 80. We have a look in here. Has that gone up by any? I didn't even look. Oh my goodness. How slow is that? I need some acceleration cards. 1, 2. Yeah, we'll get a bunch of acceleration cards just like this. Now, acceleration cards, shift, right click it on there. They are kind of bad for your system because they make you use more power. I mean, we are kind of wary of power. I tend not to think about it, if I'm honest, because it hurts your brain after a while. But as you can see, it's already emptied those two. If we have a look up in here, and we have now got 2 buckets of oxygen. So, yeah. It does take a lot less time. It's half the time if we use the advanced centrifuge. Maybe we should have done that. Might do that, actually, instead. What do you think? Should we, instead of doing it like this way, should we stop using the centrifuge and just set this one up to only have air? And then we can send it to the advanced centrifuge to get stuff. No, it's fine. You know what? This is just more passive right now. Let me get some slabs and I will cover that up. Let's just forget about that one for now. That's what I like to do. Take all of these away. And there we go. Right. Should we move on and try and get ourselves... I know we wanted to get the integrated circuit right here, the HV. Which does involve us trying to get this. Which doesn't look that bad. I mean, this is the one that is probably the worst, and that does use the circuit assembler. So we could technically take the circuit assembler from over here, attach it to our little one down here, have it come out this way, and then have a pattern provider on top. That might be fun. Ooh, I kind of like that idea. This is looking good, by the way. I like the symmetry of it. Looks kind of cool. Also, I left this one open right here because I kind of want the molecular assembler. I might need 2. These are very important later on, right? So, yeah, okay, let's actually program that in right there. So, liquid tin, we're going to need to program in as well. So that's fine. And that one was an, I think it was the extruder, wasn't it? Extractor, sorry, not extruder. Which one's right on the end here. So we pop that one in like that. And all we need to do is keep clicking over here. So tin bolts, that's the one I'm going to use. Although technically we could use the cutter. And I actually already have lubricant being fed into it. So we could just do that. And I've got that over here. My lubricant's coming from over there. I'll show you actually. Over here we've got underneath. In fact, I can go underneath and show you. Right there. Oh, okay. So this is not even full up yet. This is working its hardest through our creosote. I did get some messages about using the pyrolyzer oven, get creosote, but right now we've got a massive backlog of creosote, and I've not really got anything to do with creosote except for making lubricant for this. So, yeah. Right, we are going to call it here for today. I am splitting this into 2 episodes because I just went on a bit of a rampage. And let's just say by the end of next episode, we will have the HV circuit completely automated, which feels really nice, to be fair. Now, I will say I've also forgot to do my statistics, so I'm not going to do any in this episode. I will do one for the one after next episode. So, yeah. I could do some estimates and stuff, but I can't be bothered right now. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thanks for joining. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.